Hey guys, so today I wanted to go over pool systems, ICF pool systems in particular, and kind of explain some common questions and especially in regards to liners. There's vinyl liners and there's liquid liners, and it seems to cause some confusion, so I want to go over that. So if you've got an ICF pool and your wall has all these profiles on it, we got the little branding, we have these little ribbons. It's gonna have some joints where there's cavities or spray foam bulges. So it's not an even plane or an even profile per se. It's also, if you just go and line this, that's a lot of water pressure, right? Doesn't take much pressure to start to collapse foam. So the most important thing, and our competitors have similar systems, when building any kind of ICF pool system, is your high build layers that add the rigidity and take most of that force of impact and pressure from the water. Things like frost thaw, things like draining, refilling. It's a lot of pressure. You need a little bit of give in the system. You also need it to be flat and smooth. So essentially you're bringing an ICF pool up to a stage where it looks like a concrete pool. Now, how do you do that? How do you get a surface like this? So this is called a cementitious coating. Okay, you can build it higher. And you can see the thickness here. And what I mean by build it higher is you trowel it on and it will level out and take out all this profile. If I just coat endlessly, coat after coat on top of this, you'll still always see these ridges, these stamps, because coating will set in the low spots and the high spots, it'll always take that shape. Where a trowel on, you can get a nice smooth finish. Now to reinforce that, so if this is your first layer, your skim layer, and it's still a little bit soft, to reinforce it, you need anti-fracture webbing. Ours is a quartz dip fiberglass that is extremely strong. Competitive systems you see commonly use the plastic webbing. It's a crosshatch webbing. We believe that this is much stronger, much more durable, and can get you a much more resistant finish. But either way, once that's embedded, you add another coat over top of it, and you end up with a concrete wall essentially, or a concrete liner over top of all your ICF. Only at that point are you able to make the decision, do I want to go forward with a liquid liner or a vinyl, a material liner? Now how a material liner works is you have some loose material, vinyl, cut to the rough dimensions of your pool, and you vacuum seal out the air between the pool wall and the liner. So it will take the shape of all of this if you haven't brought the ICF up to this state. So it will, you always run the risk of getting air bubbles, of collapsing the foam if you just vacuum seal directly to the foam. That's why, regardless of which liner you choose, you need to use one of either ours or a competitive system to build out this cementitious layer. First and foremost, that reinforces your pool. The difference between a coating or a liquid liner is it is applied right onto the cement. It can be reapplied, it's never going to tear, and it lasts a lot longer. There's a lot more UV resistance, a lot more chemical resistance, and a lot more longevity in a liquid liner. So here you can see it over top of gray cementitious, and there's your liner, liquid applied. That's in blue. Here I have an example of it in gray, and you can see the full system here. Okay, so to build up your pool, just remember, seal your penetrations. Then you need your reinforced concrete or cementitious layer that is high build to take out the profile of the block and reinforce that foam. Take all the elements, the pressure, the freezing, and then you can choose between a liquid liner and a fabric liner. And it's up to you, and good luck building your pools, and we hope you build your pool with Hulk Systems.